Think Facebook, think iPhone. These are names synonymous with innovation and success. Giants, right? But they started small, imperfect. Their beginnings were far from the polished products we see today. Mark Zuckerberg didn't launch a polished platform. Facebook began as a simple, rudimentary site for college students. Steve Jobs didn't unveil a flawless phone. The original iPhone had its share of limitations and bugs. They started, they learned, they improved. Through trial and error, they refined their visions. Perfectionism? It's the enemy of progress. It paralyzes us, making us afraid to take that crucial first step. Don't let it hold you back. Embrace the imperfections and move forward. We will explore perfectionism's grip on productivity, how it can stifle creativity and halt progress. We'll uncover its deceptive nature and how it stifles progress. Perfectionism often disguises itself as a virtue, but in reality, it can be a significant barrier. We'll delve into real-world examples of successful companies that began with imperfection as their cornerstone. These stories will show you that starting imperfectly is not just okay, it's often necessary. And finally, we'll equip you with practical strategies to break free from perfectionism's chains and unleash your true potential. Perfectionism. It's a word that carries a heavy weight, a concept that many of us grapple with daily. It whispers promises of success, recognition, and worthiness. It tells us that if we can just achieve that perfect state, we will be admired, respected, and loved. It paints a picture of flawlessness where mistakes are unacceptable and anything less than perfect is failure. This relentless pursuit can lead to a cycle of frustration and self-doubt. But this, my friends, is an illusion. The idea of perfection is a mirage, always just out of reach, no matter how hard we try. Perfectionism is not about striving for excellence. Excellence is about doing our best, learning from our mistakes, and growing. Perfectionism, on the other hand, is about striving for the unattainable. It's about striving for an image that exists only in our minds. This image is often shaped by societal expectations, media portrayals, and our own insecurities. Perfectionism is a master of disguise. It can make us believe that we are simply ambitious, that we are driven to achieve great things. It masquerades as ambition, as a drive for excellence. But in reality, it is a fear-based mindset that can hold us back. Beneath the surface lies a fear of judgment, a fear of failure, and a fear of not being enough. These fears can paralyze us, preventing us from taking risks and trying new things. It keeps us small, safe, and stuck in our comfort zones. To break free from the chains of perfectionism, we must embrace our imperfections and recognize that our worth is not defined by our achievements. We must learn to celebrate our progress, no matter how small, and understand that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process. Only then can we truly grow and reach our full potential. So let us strive for excellence, not perfection. Let us be kind to ourselves and remember that we are enough just as we are. In the end, it is our imperfections that make us unique and beautiful. Embrace them, and you will find a path to true fulfillment and happiness. Perfectionism is a productivity killer. It whispers, "It's not good enough yet." It tells us to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect idea, the perfect conditions. But guess what? That moment never comes. When we're trapped in the cycle of perfectionism, we procrastinate, we overthink. We get lost in the details, losing sight of the bigger picture. We become our own worst critics, constantly second-guessing ourselves and our abilities. Remember those early Facebook days? Pixelated profiles, limited features? It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. Mark Zuckerberg understood something crucial. Done is better than perfect. He put his creation out there, flaws and all, and the world responded. Facebook's evolution is a testament to the power of iteration. By embracing feedback, adapting to user needs, and constantly improving, Facebook grew from a college project into a global phenomenon. Remember the first iPhone? No app store. Limited functionality. Revolutionary? Yes. Perfect? Far from it. But Apple, like Facebook, understood the power of iteration. They released, they learned, they improved. Each iteration of the iPhone brought new features, improved functionality, and addressed user feedback. It's this commitment to progress, not perfection, that has made the iPhone one of the most successful tech products in history. Perfectionism tells us that good enough isn't, well, good enough. But here's a secret. Good enough is often the perfect starting point. It's about getting your work, your ideas, your creations out into the world. Good enough isn't about settling. It's about recognizing that done is better than perfect. It's about freeing ourselves from the shackles of perfectionism and embracing the messy, iterative process of creation. So how do we escape perfectionism's clutches? First, recognize it. Notice when that inner critic rears its head. Second, challenge those negative thoughts. Are they really true, or are they just fear talking? Third, break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable ones. Celebrate those small victories. And finally, focus on progress, not perfection. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a win. Perfectionism keeps us paralyzed. It feeds our fear of failure. But action is the antidote. When we act, we learn, we grow. We realize that mistakes aren't fatal, they're feedback. So what are you waiting for? Write that blog post, launch that business, paint that picture. Don't wait for perfect. Start where you are with what you have and embrace the messy, beautiful journey of progress. Celebrating small wins, fueling big dreams. Perfectionism makes us fixated on the end goal, blinding us to the small victories along the way. But those small wins, they're crucial. They build momentum, they fuel our motivation. They remind us that we're capable of achieving great things. So, celebrate those small wins. Acknowledge your progress. Give yourself permission to feel proud of how far you've come. Remember, the journey to achieving your dreams is paved with small, imperfect steps. Breaking free from perfectionism isn't a one-time event, it's a journey. It's a path filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, and moments of both clarity and confusion. Each step we take is a step towards a more authentic version of ourselves. It's about shifting our mindset from one of fear and self-doubt to one of courage and self-compassion. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience and persistence. We must learn to silence the inner critic and replace it with a voice of encouragement and love. It's about embracing our imperfections and recognizing that they are not limitations, but opportunities for growth. Each mistake we make is a lesson, each flaw a unique aspect of our character. By accepting our imperfections, we allow ourselves to grow and evolve. This journey won't be easy. There will be challenges that test our resolve and moments that make us question our path. But it's in these moments of struggle that we find our strength and resilience. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and the tempting allure of perfectionism's siren call. It's easy to fall back into old habits, to seek the comfort of the familiar. But true growth comes from pushing beyond our comfort zones and embracing the unknown. But with each step forward, with each imperfect action, we move closer to unleashing our true potential. Every small victory, every moment of progress, brings us closer to the person we are meant to be. This journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about discovering the strength and beauty within ourselves along the way. Perfectionism is a seductive liar. It promises success but delivers stagnation. It whispers of worthiness but leaves us feeling inadequate. It's time to break free from its grasp. Embrace the power of good enough. Celebrate your progress. Focus on action, not perfection. Remember, Facebook started in a dorm room, and the iPhone wasn't always a smartphone. Your journey starts now. Start imperfect. Start today.